having the industrial approach. Hello,
Sir?
sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
No, okay. I was muted actually. And we need to concentrate for whether in case of whether they're acting as a vector for pathogens, for mainly for sucking pest. We should concentrate whether they are acting as a vector or not, and also their nature of damage and characteristic symptom. In management aspect, we should remember only the specific cultural practices like or resistant varieties against this pest, or any mechanical or any physical management practices against the pest. We should remember, and the little importance will be given during the examination, JRF or any SRF exam, to the chemical control. So we need to emphasize mainly to the cultural, mechanical, and these physical practices against the pest. So if we see the pest of plantation crops, there are many plantation crops in India. Among that, the coconut, aracanut, tea and coffee are the main important plantation crops in examination point of view. So today I'm dealing with these 4 plantation crops. So coming to the pest of coconut, pest of coconut invaded or infested by many number of pests. Among that, the black-headed caterpillar, red palm weevil, rhinoceros beetle, rugospiraling whitefly, coconut area red mite are considered as a major pest. So these major pest causes the huge economic loss in the every year. If you see the rugospiraling whitefly, this was recently introduced and causing a huge loss in the coconut growing fields.
Hello, sir?
Ma'am.
Sir, actually slide is not changed.
Okay.
It is
Now
still at first slide.
Still in the first slide. Okay, let me see. Now is it okay now? Is it moving?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, let me check.
Once back and then
Now is it okay? Not now, Vika. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now is it fine? Is it okay?
No, sir, it is at first slide.
I have to check with Zoom graphics.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Is it visible? Then here you are able to see paste of coconut. Hello.
yes, sir. Yes, we are able to see, but sir, please play slideshow.
I made it. I made it. Just see. Hello. 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 Sir, are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Now it is in slide mode, no?
No, sir.
Check with that. I made it, but still it is not yet corrected. Now is it okay? Hello?
No, sir. Please start. Please start your slide presentation, sir.
No. Are you able to see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Now it is in slide mode. You are able to see pest of coconut slide in slide
No, sir.
mode.
No, sir.
No. Then I need to check with my app itself. I made it, but I'm not sure why.
Sir, slide is visible of paste of coconut. You please start, sir.
Okay. Now is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. There are many pests attacking the coconut. Among that, the black-headed caterpillar, red palm weevil, rhinoceros beetle, rugospiraling whitefly, coconut earthropod mite are considered as major pests. Among these, rugospiraling whitefly and coconut earthropod mite are introduced pests. As you know, introduced pests they can cause heavy economic loss in the non-native place because lack of natural enemies. Here, if you see the rugospiraling whitefly was recently introduced, having the causing the severe yield loss in the coastal areas of the peninsular in India, where coconut is widely grown. And also, if you see the black-headed caterpillar, red palm weevil, rhinoceros beetle, they are already very much established in India. They are causing very much every illness in every year. Coming to the other pests like bark beetle or slack caterpillar, white grub termites, lacewing bug, scale insect, they are considered as a minor pest compared to previous pests. These are considered as a minor pest in the coconut growing areas. So if you see the black-headed caterpillar, the scientific name of this Opicina arenocella. The host range of these pests is it can attack all the other palms like arecanut, oil palm, date palm, etc. Coming to the biology, these adult moths they lay eggs on the undersurface of the leaves. Means where the larval feeding growing area, they make the galleries. So beside that only the adult moth lay eggs on the undersurface of the leaves. So after that, the larva hatches from the eggs, and they immediately feed on the undersurface of the leaf by scraping of the chlorophyll. And pupation site inside the web of the leaves. Okay, yeah, they make the galleries, and within the web itself, larva will going to pupate inside the web. The coming to nature of damage and symptoms, it is having the gregarious feeding habit, where the large number of larvae they feed together by scraping under surface of the leaf. Due to this feeding habit, numerous galleries will be formed, and this causes the folded leaflets. Here we can see the folded leaflets, and also in severe cases, the burnt up appearance from the distance. Okay, burnt up appearance from the distance, it is clearly visible, and it is considered as a characteristic symptoms by the coconut black-headed caterpillar. In severe cases, even nuts also will be affected by this black-headed caterpillar, where we can see the this gallery web of galleries, and but this symptom is caused by the mite. Here only the webbings caused by the coconut black-headed caterpillar, and this longitudinal fissure can caused by the earthropod mite. Okay. Are you able to see now? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then it's fine. Okay, coming to the management.
Sir, your slides are not moving. Can you please press F5 so that it will become a slideshow?
No, I made it already. I can see I made it already slideshow only.
And now the management slide is visible. Earlier only that coconut paste slide was visible.
Actually, these slides are not moving yet. Okay.
Yes, if you keep like this, you will have to move them manually.
I'm doing manually only, but I don't know why it is slides are not changing. Okay.
Yes.
Coming now, you are able to see management slide.
Yes.
Coming to the management, the first thing is cultural practices like clipping and burning of the infested leaves in the early stage of infestation. In coconut black-headed caterpillar management, the biocontrol agents are playing the major role. Like we have the different parasitoids which can infect the egg stage, larval stage, and pupal stage. In different stages, we are in the parasitoids. So that by using of these stage-specific parasitoids, the effective control of the black-headed caterpillar will be done. Like if you see the egg parasitoid, Trichogramma and Telenema species, early larval Apentillus tharagame, mid larval Bracken brevicornis, late larval Goniges nepenthes, pre-pupal Elasmus nepenthes, pupal parasitoid Xanthophylla species. By using of these stage-specific parasitoids and sequential release of these parasitoids, the effective control by the effective control of the black-headed caterpillar will be done. And another important the chemical method is root feeding with monoprotopa. Here in root feeding, we are going to choose the pencil thickness of the root, where we cut the root in slant cut will be made on the root, so that root will be dipped in the chemical mixture containing the monoprotophos and water with 1:1 ratio. Okay. Now, are you able to see root feeding slide? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then it's fine. Okay. This root feeding is specifically for coconut black-headed caterpillar, red palm weevil, and Eryphrid mite. So for these three pests, we are using this root feeding technique. The caution here is the root feeding technique should be done after the harvesting of the coconut, or after root feeding technique, we should not harvest coconuts up to 45 days. Means waiting period of 45 days should be maintained for harvesting of the nuts, because these monoprotophos solution or this chemical residue will be present up to the 45 days. So this waiting period must be maintained for the harvesting of the nuts. And this is called root feeding with monoprotophos. It is one of the effective method of controlling the black-headed caterpillar. And these, as I told, these biocontrol agents are playing major role in the control of the black-headed caterpillar, like Telenoma species, Apentillus tharagama. It is early larval, this mid larval, and Goniges late larval. Prepupal parasitoid is Elasmus nepenthes, and pupal parasitoid belongs to the Xanthophylla species. As I told earlier, these damaging symptoms by the coconut black-headed caterpillar are very peculiar. They make galleries or webbings on the surface of the leaf, and we can see the burnt up appearance in the severe infestation. One more important pest is Rhinoceros beetle, Oryctes rhinoceros. Here also the host range, it also attacks the coconut, date palm, and other palm trees. Here the Rhinoceros beetle, the egg-laying site is manure pits or compost pits. As I told earlier, when we are reading the any biology of the pest, we should also relate with the management of the pest. Here manure pits, the egg-laying site is manure pits. So while managing of this pest, we should also concentrating on the overposition sites, where we can treat the manure pits or compost with the chemicals like carbaryl or malathion dust. And also Preparation site also, it will be in the rotting plant material, means dead plant material or compost in manure pits. So frequent monitoring of these sites so we can detect the in early stages. So subsequent management practices will be taken in timely. So here rhinoceros beetle comparatively they attack more severe. They are more severe in case of younger trees, and here only adult stage will cause the damage. Where larval or grub feed on the compost or FIM, only adult cause the severe means economic damage to the crop. So it is also very much important in the examination point of view, which stage of the rhinoceros beetle cause the damage to the coconut. They may give egg stage, adult stage, grub stage, adult stage, or both. We have to choose only adult stage will cause the damage to the crop. And also, if you see the damage produced by these rhinoceros beetle, it is very peculiar. It cuts the leaf in a geometrical manner. Means before opening itself, they feed in the this growing primordium or spindle. So when they open, the typical V shape or triangular cuts will be seen on the leaf. This is also called geometric cuts. During exam, these typical words, whether it is V shape or triangular or geometric cuts, whatever means anyone they can give like a geometric cuts due to the witch pest in coconut, or triangular cuts or V shape cuts. Any word they can from these they can frame a question. So these type of peculiar symptoms we should remember particularly for each pest. So other symptoms due to this feeding.
The slide is not moving, sir.
नाही आता झालं, मी तुमच्या समोर चेक केलं, काहीच प्रॉब्लेम नाही त्याला. ओके,
Yes, sir, it is visible.
ते डॉट सिंक केला आणि त्यांनी करतील म्हणजे ते या आठवड्यात करून किंवा मग संपूर्ण आठवड्यात करतील. हा,
Are you able to see?
Priyanka makes her co-host. Sir has joined again.
Sir, share your PPT, sir.
Right. Now, are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Now slides are moving.
Yes, sir. It's moving, sir.
Okay. Can I continue with this rhinoceros beetle?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay then. Coming to the management of the rhinoceros beetle, as I told earlier, the monitoring of manure or compost pits frequently or periodically, so we can identify the early stage of the pest. So we can treat accordingly with malathion or carbon dust, and removal and burning of the dead coconut trees. Okay, these dead coconut trees will act as
Voice
a
is not audible.
hello, not audible.
You are audible, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. These dead coconut trees will harbor the adult beetle. So we should remove the dead coconut trees from the field. And also the important mechanical control is method is the extraction of adults with the galvanized iron hooks. These galvanized iron hooks, with the help of these hooks, we can extract the we can means take out the adults from the crown region, and also trapping of adults by keeping the by using the tender stem porcine toddy, and also by using of aggregation pheromone, which is called rhinolure. It is very much effective for the attracting for collecting the large number of adults from the field, which will be used at the rate of 2 traps per hectare. And also the Metridium anasplae, which is the entomopathogenic bacteria, fungi, by treating the FIM with these Metridium anasplae, green muscadine fungi, so the hatch larva will be infected with these fungi, and effective control will be done. Coming to the red palm weevil Trichophorus ferruginous. This is also one more major pest which attacking the coconut plantations. It also infect the other palms like rhinoceros beetle. If you see the biology, the egg-laying site will be the injuries on the stem. Injuries are any wounds which will happen due to the during the intercultural operations. It will act as a egg-laying site. Okay, and these pupation site, they feed inside the larva or grub feed inside the trunk, and also the pupation site will be inside of the stem or the trunk. The adult looks like reddish in color. They're having the 6 spots on the thorax. These are the characteristic identification marks for the red palm weevil. And coming to the damage, their feeding habit is they keep on tunneling in the trunk, and they feed in the content of the trunk. Due to this, and also they made circular holes on the stem, several circular holes we can see, which is with chewed up fibrous material. Okay, and one more characteristic symptom is the oozing of reddish brown viscous fluid from these circular holes. It is considered as a characteristic symptom by the red palm weevil. And in severe cases, crown toppling. Crown toppling means the falling of the top of the trunk in severe infestation. It is called as crown toppling. It is due to the attack of the red palm weevil. And in many cases, the gnawing sound means the feeding sound by the beetles that we can easily hear. This is also one of the characteristic symptom. Coming to the management of the red palm weevil, this red palm weevil will be managed by the including cultural and mechanical practices like monitoring of the pest damage in early for detecting the early stage. So that, and also sanitation of the plantation area is very much important, because any dead plant material act as a source for the infestation of the adult beetle. So, and also one more thing, avoiding injuries during the intercultural operation. So when we are doing the intercultural operation, should not damage any part of the coconut trunk or coconut plant, so that to avoid the egg laying by the adult beetle. And also the placing of leaf axis with carbophyra granules. It is a very much effective method when the red palm weevil infestation in the crown region. And also the chemical method is the trunk injection of monocrotophos with dichlorovas. The injection of these, combination of these two pesticides, it is also effective for the red palm weevil. Like aggregation pheromone for the rhinoceros beetle. Here also aggregation pheromone called as a ferolure, which are used as aggregation pheromone and to attract the large number of beetles. So that we can use this ferolure and rhinolure are both are aggregation pheromones. So we have to see the means this was actually asked in the previous ARS examination also for 2 marks. So like what they asked, the aggregation pheromone for the controlling of the red palm weevil, like that they have given, means it is first we have to remember it is an aggregation pheromone, not sex pheromone. So and also the commercial name of the lure also. And another trap for collecting the large number of the these red palm weevil is a combination of sugarcane molasses, toddy, acetic acid, yeast, and tender coconut stems. These combination of these they act as a attracting and they act as a poison bait also simultaneously, so that collected beetles will be get killed. And this painting of trunk with the tar, it to prevent the egg laying, means they will deter the adults for the to prevent the egg laying. And for a coconut black-headed caterpillar, we discussed the root feeding method with monocrotophos. In the same way, the root feeding method it works well with the controlling of the red palm weevil also, where we have to choose the pencil thickness of the root. So we have to dip in the pouch containing the monocrotophos and water with the 1:1 ratio. The another important and recently introduced pest and causing the severe losses in the coastal region, it is rugospiraling whitefly, which is scientific name of this Aleurodicus rugoperculatus. It belongs to from where it was introduced from Central America. The original base of this pest. And the host range attacks more than 30 species, including apart from palm trees like arecanut or coconut, wild palm. It also attacks the fruit crops like mango, sapota, and field crops like maize. Also, they are attacking. This pest was distributed in all peninsular India and including the northeastern states, Assam also. Here we can see this characteristic symptom is the circular spirally whitey waxy coating. Here, if you see the damaging symptom, the typical symptom is concentric waxy spiraling circles. Here, these waxy circular. By this, we can easily identify this rugospiraling white. This pest is prefers the hybrids and dwarf varieties. Mostly it prefers hybrids and dwarf varieties. This feeding habit is both nymph and adults suck the sap from the undersurface of the leaves. The main any like aphids, it also excrete the honeydew, which leads to the black development of the sooty mold. And this excretion of honeydew, it favors the growth of the secondary fungi like Capnodium species fungi. It will grow and it will convert into black sooty mold, where it is interfering with the photosynthesis. So the yield will be drastically reduced. So here the characteristic symptom is concentric axis spiraling circulars, and in severe infestation, total full plant will be in whitish coating that clearly visible. So for management of these pests, there is no chemical recommended for controlling of this pest. So we need to deploy only biocontrol agents or other cultural practices. And here the effective method is using a biocontrol agents like parasitide Encarsia guadalupe and Encarsia dispersa, and predators like Chrysopeline, Chilomenus exmaculata. These are parasitide predators widely preferred for the control for the rugospiraling white fly in the coconut plantation. And entomopathogenic fungi like Eisseria fumirosaria, it is widely means highly effective for the controlling of the spiraling white fly, and it is strongly recommended by the NBA. And one more thing in management of any sucking pest, recommended dose of fertilizers. Nitrogen fertilizers should be used in the recommended proportion only, because more nitrogen will increase the succulence in the leaves, so the it favors the high population buildup by the sucking pest. So recommended dose of fertilizer is very much important. And in case there is no control achieved by these biocontrol agents, we only the neem seed kernel extract at the rate 5% recommended, but there is no there should not be any chemicals should be used, because the existing natural enemies will die due to the this use of synthetic pesticides. So neem seed kernel extract only will be recommended. Coming to the other major pest, coconut Eraphid mite, it is also another introduced pest from this. It was introduced from the Sri Lanka, where the feeding, if you come see the feeding habit of these mite, it feed on the undersurface of the perianth. So later it will extend to surface of the fruits, where it causes the watting and formation of the longitudinal fissures in the tissues. It is the characteristic symptom. So nowadays, without these longitudinal means mite infestation, there is no coconut in the market. So that much infestation done by these Eraphid mite. During the initial stages, it is a triangular patches, and then in severe cases, it later turns in a brown color. So this is the characteristic symptom, and if infestation is severe, the nut development will be very poor, and the kernel fruit size will be very much small. For the management of these mite, mainly the usage of fertilizer are very much important. Balanced use of potassium for managing of this pest, and also this periodical removal of dried spats and inflorescence and pollinates are sanitation is very much important, and sulfur containing pesticide like dicophols, sulfur powder also will be preferred. Here one more biocontrol agent, Hirsutella thomsoni. It is commercial name is Mycar, which is very much effective against the mite pest. It was asked in several JRF examination also in previous years. So Hirsutella thomsoni is against controlling of the any mite species, specifically this coconut mite also. This commercial name of the Irsutella thomsoni is mica. And root feeding method with the monochrotophos, it also works well with the for controlling of the this mite pest. The here root feeding technique monochrotophos and water is in 1:1 ratio. This ratio should you should remember 1:1 ratio monochrotophos and water. If you see the some questions, just it is a like interaction session. Just I want to know how much you understood from the these slides. This first question is the triangular pale yellow patches on coconut fruit is due to damage by which pest? Can
Mite.
anybody-
Mite, sir.
Okay, what is the scientific name of mite?
Asaria garum.
Asaria garoronus. Okay, from where it was introduced?
Sri Lanka.
Good. Then what means effective management of the mite includes the which fungi, which species of pathogen?
Irsutella thomsoni.
What is the commercial name of the Stella thomsoni?
Mica.
Mica, M-Y-C-A, Mica. Very good. Others
Slide was not moved.
not moving. Okay. I'm in the same slide only. The next question is the most effective entomopathogen on reverse spiraling white fly. The most effective entomopathogen on reverse spiraling white fly is. Are you able to see this quiz slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Irsutella thomsoni.
No, I asked for, it is for mite actually. I am asking for reverse spiraling white fly. Highly recommended. And which one? Isaria
Fumarosa.
fumarosa.
Isaria fumarosa.
Very good. Actually, this was asked in last year ARS examination for 2 marks. Means which is the effective entomopathogenic fungi for management of the rugospiralline white fly. The scientific name of this Isaria fumarosa. This was asked for 2 marks in the ARS examination. Means in every time you should concentrate on the whatever the previous questions asked in the all formats of the examination, whether it is a net exam, whether it is SRF or JRF. First, you have to go through the all the previous question papers from how they are asking, which type of questions they are picking. Like that, you should understand the question paper pattern, means recent trends. Okay, you need to update by visiting the specific websites like NVAR, NCIPM, NIPHM. So for that, you daily 15-20 minutes you can spend on each website so that you can able to gather as much as information for recent times. Okay. The third one is Appendilus tharagame attacks which stage of the coconut black-headed caterpillar?
Early larval.
Early larval. Okay. Then egg stage, the species of egg parasite.
Please repeat, sir.
Which one? Hello.
Please repeat the question.
Oh, egg parasite scientific name, which attack the coconut black-headed caterpillar. Egg parasite. Egg parasite is Telenomus or Trichogramus species. Okay. Are you able to understand? Excuse me. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, egg parasite it is it belongs to the Trichogramma species and Telenomous species, and early larval is Apantillus taragana. Prepupal is prepupal parasite. Prepupal parasite. This is
Coniosis.
that is late larva. Late larval parasite is Conijus nepenthes. Prepupal is Elasmolus nepenthes. Okay, Elasmolus species. Okay. Here, common name of Metarhizium anisoplay.
Green muscadine fungi.
Green muscadine fungi. Then, what is BT here? I have written BT. What is BT?
Thuringiensis.
Bacillus thuringiensis. Whether it is bacteria or fungi or nematode, what is it?
It's the soil bacteria.
Which one?
Bacteria.
It is a bacteria. Whether it is a gram positive or gram negative?
Gram negative.
It is gram positive, and it is whether it is produce crystals or not, means toxic crystals, which called as a protoxin.
Crystalliferous.
Crystalliferous. Okay. That classification of means bacteria you should remember, means whether it is gram positive or negative, crystalliniferous or non-crystalliniferous. Okay, like that classification will be there. You should remember this classification. Okay. And coming to the last question, burnt up appearance of coconut leaves due to the attack of Deas pest.
Rhinoceros.
Which one?
Black-headed caterpillar.
Coconut black-headed caterpillar. Okay. Then which symptoms produced by the rhinoceros beetle attack?
Diamond-shaped appearance of leaves.
Which one?
Diamond-shaped appearance of leaves.
Okay. Geometric cuts are V-shaped cuts. Okay. Then which damage symptoms produced by the red palm weevil attack?
Galleries.
No. Galleries from the black-headed caterpillar. Okay, under surface of the leaf, galleries will be found by the attack of the black-headed caterpillar. In red palm weevil, which attacks the trunk, I have shown trunk images.
Bored holes, sir. Bored holes on stem.
Okay, circular or bored holes on stem. Then another one.
Or holes and brown oozes from holes.
Okay, very good. Oozing of the red viscous fluid and circular holes and toppling of the crown. Okay, these are the main characteristic symptoms from the red palm weevil. In rhinoceros beetle, V-shaped cuts or geometric cuts, these are the main symptoms. And in case of BHC, burnt up appearance and galleries underside of the leaves. Okay, this is the main character. Then what about mite infestation? Mite, due to mite attack, and which part of the mite it will infest, first of all?
Nut.
Nut. Okay, which type of symptoms they produce?
Corky.
Carcia means longitudinal fissures, means any it is
Corky.
actually carcia encrust, not like you can call it as encrustation, but it is means a splitting of the nut surface. Okay, that soft layer of this one, it will become it becomes splitted, means longitudinal fissures we call it as. Okay, that is characteristic symptom produced by the mite attack. Okay, whenever you are reading any regarding the pest damage symptoms or management, you should look into the damage, the picture of the symptom or that pest. Okay, for this I recommend to visit TNAU website. Okay, are you able to listen?
Yes.
Yes.
Please
Yes, sir.
respond. Okay, for any pest management topics, you can visit TNA website for the damage symptoms or identification purpose. Okay, without these pictures, you should not read. Actually, for if you want to remember for longer time, you should read with the pictures. Then only you can it will be imprinted in your brain. Okay. Otherwise, now without images or pictures, if you read today, tomorrow morning you will be forgetting. So when you are reading pest, whether it takes time first time, let it be, no problem, but it will be remember for longer time. So for that you need to read with along with the picture. This is my small suggestion. Okay. Just I want to remind all the coconuts important. Okay, whatever you read, perfectly you read. Okay, don't read in hurry. Just read, revise, and practice. Read, revise, and practice. Okay. Now you are in which year of UG? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, all are in second PG and PhD.
Okay, so then they are well aware of all these things, but still, whatever you read, perfectly you read. For ARS exam point of view, those who are in MSc second year and PhD, for them, this coconut paste, what they will ask in the examination, write about two coconut paste and their management. Okay, when they are asking for like that, you need to address, means you need to write the biology. Write about pest means you have to write about biology of pest, 1 or 2 lines, 2-3 lines, then symptoms produced by this pest, then management. Okay, like that you have to select two important pests, then you within 10 with you will be having 10 minutes for that long question, so you have to write within 10 minutes. Okay. Which again how they ask in pest management, IPM for the coconut pest management. Okay, IPM means which includes the cultural, mechanical, physical, biological, or biotechnological approach, and last you should write with the chemical approach. Okay. Are you given ARS exam previous time? Anybody?
No, sir.
No. Are you attended for a NET examination earlier?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe for next ARS notification, so that you be prepared with the notes for especially for pest management, around 40-50 marks they will be they are asking every time. Okay, from horticulture pest and agriculture pest, around 40-50 marks they will cover. Okay, if you are well versed with this pest management, so you are means you are almost there. Okay. Okay. While writing means for ARS mains examination, while writing management, you should not you should not write like this. Okay. First, you should mention cultural management. Then writing surveillance, monitoring, sanitation. Then you have to write means any physical methods or mechanical, like heading wise. Then again biocontrol. Then last with the chemical. Means heading wise you should write. You should not write means chemical management first, then cultural management last. You should not write like that. So first priority will be given to the cultural, then mechanical, physical, then last in integrated pest management, last priority will be given to the chemical. In the sequence you have to write. Okay, can I move to other pest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Coming to the pest of arachnid, this arachnid mostly grown in the Karnataka state. The major pest of this spindle bug, which is scientific name of this Carolahia aracae, and root grub, also called as white grub. There are numerous species of the root grub, white grub species. Here, arachnid root grub attacking the arachnid is the species Leucophalis burmisteri. And in case of groundnut, which species of white grub will attack? In groundnut, which species of white grub will be there? In groundnut. White grub. Holotrichia serrata. Is it? Holotrichia serrata. Holotrichia serrata and Holotrichia consanguinea.
Consanguinea.
Both are in groundnut. They will attack in groundnut. But in case of arachnid, the species will be different. That is Leucophalis burmisteri. The another pest is mite, Oligonachus indicus, and the other one is the Inflorescence Caterpillar. These are the main pests of the arachnid. If you see the Spindle Bug, this is the main habitat of this pest is it conceals in the leaf axis and inner leaf axis. They feed by sucking the sap. So due to this sucking habit, first blackish brown linear lesions on the spindles. Here we can see the symptoms. The inner spindle will be having the brown linear lesions. Okay, this is the characteristic symptom by the spindle bug of the arachnid. This damage mostly to the unopened spindle. It is confined to the unopened spindle. Means the growth primordium only. They will hide inside the leaf axis. They feed on the unopened spindle. So when they open, these brown lesions will be appear, which can be identified easily. So for this management of this pest, what we do, now 4-10 granules, 5 grams per crown we'll add, so that it will be get killed. The characteristic symptom you have to remember is only blackish brown linear lesions. That is the main symptom. The root grub with different species like Leucophalis burmisteri, Leucophalis lepidoptera, Leucoptera coniifera. These 3 species are attacking the arachnid plantations. So main feeding habit is they feed on the growing roots. Okay, mainly the main damage by the grubs only, which feed on the growing roots inside the soil. So when they are feeding on the root, the plant will become they are unable to take up the nutrients through roots. So the yellowing of leaves, then in severe infestation, total death of the plant also will occur in severe cases. So if you see the symptom, when the infested plant when they are showing yellowing of leaves, if you dug out the soil near around the tree, the grub can be taken out. So for management aspect also, the collection of these grubs from the soil also one of the important aspect, are adding up the 4-10 granules around the this plant, and with light irrigation also, which controls this grub infestation. If you see the biology of these root grubs, the egg laying in the soil, it is under to depth of 10 centimeters depth within the soil. They will lay the eggs, which having the 15 days duration. Then this larva having the C-shape. It is called C-shaped larva, called as which form of this larva?
Scarabiform.
This scarabiform larva, it is in C-shape. It is which is sluggish in nature. They feed on the rootlets of the arachnid. This larval duration is longer, around 18 months, means 1.5 years almost. and these after that they go the preparation inside the soil. The preparation time is duration is 20 to 25 days. Then they emerge as a adult. The adult lifespan is 1 to 1.5 months. This is the biology of Arachnaid root grub. Means it having the almost 2 years. One life 2 years will be taken for the completing one life cycle. Okay. The characteristic symptoms by this root grub damage here, the yellowing of leaves and damage and reduced density of roots. Due to feeding on the roots, the density of roots will be automatically, obviously reduced, and also the pencil thickness of the growing tip of the stem. Here we can see here the drastic reduction of the thickness of the stem will be observed due to the attack of the white grub, and reduced internodal length. Here we can see reduced internodal length by the white grub infestation. If you see the management practice, white grub can be mainly control method is we need to control the grubs. Okay. Because it is with is inside the soil and also causing the which is a damaging state. So by keeping 4 to 10 g granules around these plants and with the light irrigation, the grubs will be dead. And also other mechanical method is collection of larva by digging the soil. This is also another effective method. And collection of adults at night to 7 to 10 p.m. means by using of light traps, the adults are more attractive to the light in the evening hours. So during monsoon season, so these light trap will be kept, which attract the large number of the adult beetles, so that we can collect and get it killed. And also these adults pheromone traps also can be used for monitoring or mass trapping purpose. Other like bioagents like green muscadine fungi, Metridium anisplae, and entomopathogenic nematode, Heterorhabditis species. These are the effective bioagents for the white grub. Here one more fungi, that is Bavaria browniati, also one of the most effective bioagent for the controlling of the white grub species. The insecticides are like neemcake, which is having the deterrent action, and by soil drenching with chlorpyrifos or imidacloprid also gives the best result for controlling of the white grubs. Coming to the inflorescence caterpillar, that is Cardamom Mundella, belongs to the Pyralidae family. The main symptom is it is inflorescence caterpillar. They feed on the inflorescence by making the webbings, and they feed inside the inflorescence. So the characteristic symptom is webbing of the inflorescence. Due to this, the spadix, the inflorescence will become yellow, and the opening of the inflorescence will be delayed. This pentatomally considered as a minor pest, the Halimorpha marmorea. Here the characteristic symptom is the feeding point with the pinprick black marks. Means when they are feeding on the this one, so the feeding site will be marked, the black marks will be formed due to the injection of the toxic saliva. This red mite, infestation of red mite is also severe problem in the arachnaid plantations. So we can see here in the pictures the severe yellowing of the arachnaid plantation due to the this red mite infestation. So the older leaves of young palms are especially prone for damage during the summer. The mite infestation is very much severe in summer because this drought condition they prevail in the summer condition due to lack of irrigation, the mite infestation will be increased. So for management of mite, so proper irrigation or adequate irrigation will be necessary during the summer season. Then coming to the small piece for the arachid plantation pest, the scientific name of this spindle bug which attacks the arachid. Anybody there?
Carvaloi Arike.
Okay. What is the common name of Leucophilus burmesteri?
Root grub.
What is the common name of Tirabata mundella? Tirataba mundella.
Inflorescence Caterpillar.
This common name of Oligonecus indicus.
To
Red spider mite. Okay, Oligonecus indicus is red spider mite. The symptom that involves the webbing of the inflorescence in the arachid due to the
Thyratapa mandala.
that we read it as a inflorescence caterpillar. So here when we are attempting any means multiple choice questions, we should be able to means by elimination process also we can able to identify the means answer. Like if you see the this, if you know the common name of all these pests, mite, it is not involved in any inflorescence. Leucophilus, it is a white grub, it feed on the roots, so we can eliminate. So it is not going to do with any inflorescence part. So Carvaloi, it is a spindle bug which attacks the spindle area of the means crown area of the palm. And this Tirabata is a inflorescence. Name itself, it is a inflorescence caterpillar. So it attacks the inflorescence, it causes the webbing. So by eliminating process also we can identify the answer. And the blackish brown linear lesions on the spindle leaf arachid is due to the infestation of Pest. Anybody is there? Anybody there?
Spindle bug.
Okay. Okay, correct answer. In arachid, the main pest is spindle bug and root grub. Means in recent times, the root grub and spindle bug considered as a major pest compared to other pests. Shall I move to pest of tea? Can I move? Are you able to see pest of tea slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This tea is one more important plantation crop in India, and also it is attacked by the several insect pests, and other than majorly in tea, the insect pests are minor, but mite pests are severe. Okay. Compared to insect pest, mites are very severe problem in the tea plantations. So different species of mites like red spider mite, scarlet mite, purple mite, pink mite or yellow mite. These are the different mite species causing severe loss to the tea plantations. So we'll go by one. First one is red spider mite. The scientific name of this is Oligonecus coffee. Here in all pest of tea, the mites are very important. They can be asked in the matching in the examination, NET or JRF examination. So you should well aware with the both common name and scientific name, and also they are very much important in case of ARS point of view. For 2 marks, they can ask for matching also. They can ask for the scientific name also. Anything they can ask. So in T, you should very well should know each and every mite species and their characteristic symptoms. Coming to the red spider mite, where they feed by the by chelicerae, which we call it as the mouth parts of mites call it as chelicerae. The nymph and adults infest the upper surface of the mature leaves, and due to this feeding habit, they produce the brownish or bronze color. Okay, brownish or bronze color. It is very specific to the red spider mite. The bronze color on the upper surface of the leaf. This is due to the red spider mite. Coming to the scarlet mite, Brevipalpus californicus. It is also called as false mite. And this infestation of this mite gives the brown discoloration on the leaves. Okay. Here earlier red spider mite it feed on the upper surface of the leaf. But here the mainly the feeding habit of the scarlet mite is under surface. In severe infestation, the upper surface also will be infested, but initial stage is under surface. Coming to purple mite, scientific name of this Calocarus carinatus. Here purple mite causes the coppery brown. It is very peculiar to each mite species, so you should remember coppery mite for purple mite and brownish discoloration and bronze color for the red spider mite. Means red spider mite and scarlet mite, they produce similar color after infestation. But in case of purple mite, they are coppery brown. Means they were thicker than the here brownish or bronze color in case of red spider mite, but in case of purple mite, coppery brownish color. Okay. Coming to the pink mite or orange mite, Acaphylla thea. You should remember all the common names and scientific names. And here pink mite because of pinkish coloration on the leaf surface after attacking of this pest. Okay, sometimes they produce pinkish or orange color symptoms. In yellow mite, it is Polyphagotarsonemus latus. Polyphagotarsonemus latus. It is a yellow mite. Actually, it was asked in our PhD entrance examination. Like simply they ask what is the common name of scientific name of yellow mite chili. That is Polyphagotarsonemus latus. It is a not only attacks the tea, it also attacks the several horticulture crops like potato, chilies, and other field crops also. So it is very much severe problem in the chilies, especially that is Polyphagotarsonemus latus. Its common name is yellow mite. When they are attacking in chili, which type of symptoms they produce? Mite. Can anybody answer? In chili, due to mite infestation, what type of symptoms?
Downward curling of
Okay, very good. Due to thrips?
Upward curling.
upward curling.
Okay, this is the main difference between thrips damage and mite damage in chili crop. This downward curling by the mite, that is called as a Polyphagotarsonemus latus. Due to this infestation, the leaves become brittle and rough. Okay, the patches appears on the leaf. Brittle means they can be easily broken when we crumble, when we press the leaf, it will be easily broken. And downward curling of the leaves, it is a characteristic symptom by the yellow mite. And other symptoms like internodes, shortened internodes, and stunted growth of the plant will be there. Coming to other important pest of the tea, that is steam.
Inward करायचं.
Here inverted board shape like that. That also In chili, it is characteristic symptom. Here also we can see inverted board shape symptom. Due to
It's also
excuse me.
Rat tail also asked one of the time in the
So I'm not able to
inverted board shape with rat
rat tail.
tail symptoms is due to the attack of which pest? ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछा था एक साल.
It is very much peculiar in case
Hello?
of chili. Yes. It is very peculiar in chili where it produces the inverted board shape.
Rat tail.
Rat tail. It is asked several times.
Inverted board shape and rat tail symptoms is due to the damage of
This is due to the
which pest?
mite only. Okay. It was asked several times in JRF and NET exams also.
Yes, several time asked and student very confused about this which is the answer
Answer.
mites or thrips.
No, it is surely with due to mite attack only. The inverted board shape will be this. Okay, there is no confusion. The inverted board shape is due to the infestation of the mite species in the chili as well as in the tea also. Okay. Coming to the tea mosquito bug, the scientific name of this Ilopeltis Antoni or Ilopeltis theo. The main the feeding. What is the feeding action? It the both nymph and adults suck the sap from the leaf surfaces. So when they are sucking this sap, they also inject the toxic saliva into the leaves inside the leaf. So due to the toxic saliva, the reddish brown spots will be appear. Several reddish spots will be appear on the leaf surface due to the feeding punctures. In tea, the commercial product is the leaf. So this due to the infestation of these tea mosquito bug, it is a direct economic loss to the farmers. Apart from this, there are other minor pests, but they are not very much important as far as this examination is concerned. So I'm dealing with the mite species and tea mosquito bug, which are very much important in the exam point of view. Okay, these are you should remember the common name of the mite species as well as scientific name. Okay, and also sometimes they may ask this family of the mite. Okay, Tetranychidae, it is red spider mite. Tenopalpidemins, it is a false spider mite. Eriopidemins, it is which is even Acidogarrenis also, it belongs to the Eriophidae. Yellow mite, it belongs to the Tarsonamidae. Like that, families also very much important in case of mite species. Here, coppery brown discoloration of tea leaves is due to the attack of which mite species?
Purple mite.
Then a red mite causes which type of symptoms?
Brown or bronze color.
Brown or bronze color. And pink mite? Pink mite, it produces the pink or orange color. Orange coloration. Then yellow mite causes? Yellow mite causes short and internodes, standard growth or inverted board shape. Okay. The yellow mite scientific name, which is a polyphagous in nature. Scientific name of yellow mite.
Polyphagotarsonomus platus.
Okay. What is the common name of Helopeltis theora?
Tea mosquito bug.
What is the common name of Calacaris carinatus?
Purple.
Purple mite. What is the common name of Oligonicus carpia? Common name of
Red
Oligonicus.
spider mite.
Red
Okay.
spider mite.
Okay, very good. When you are reading for any net examination, any multiple choice examination, when you got one question, you don't leave with that question. You make another questions like you got to know the coppery brownish discoloration due to purple mite. You have to think with other options also, like what is the symptom by the red mite, then what is the symptom by pink mite. Then you will be able to cover 4 symptoms at one question. Okay, don't go for only answers. Remaining options also you said what is the symptom, like that you have to read. Then there itself you will get the comprehensive idea of the all the pests. Okay. Then the reddish brown spots at feeding site is due to the feeding of
Tea mosquito bug.
T mosquito bug. Okay. What is the we already covered. Okay. Reddish brown spot due to the tea mosquito bug. Tea mosquito bug also major pest of which fruit crop?
Gava.
Cashew nut.
Cashew nut.
Cashew
Cashew nut.
Cashew nut and guava also. Tea mosquito bug is a major problem. Okay. Another important and important plantation crop is coffee. In here, in tea, the commercial product is tea. In coffee, the berries. Okay. Here, coffee it is infested by mainly these white stem borer, red stem borer, shuttle borer, and berry borer. Okay, these green scale, brown scale, these are considered as a minor pest. The white stem borer scientific name is Gylotricus quadrips, and shuttle borer Xylosanders complectus, and berry borer Hypothenamus humpy, red borer Jujera coffee. Okay, here shuttle borer Xylosanders compactus and berry borer both belong to the Scolitidae. In our time, ARS they ask Scolitidae is like that. 2 marks they ask common name of the Scolitidae. Simply we have to write means shuttle borer. Common name of the Scolitidae is it includes the shuttle borers. Or bark beetles also it will include. Okay. Here, if you see the white stem borer, scientific name is Xylotricus quadrips. It is belongs to the Cerambycidae. Here, the characteristic symptoms are yellowing and wilting of leaves. Okay, what is the feeding habit? The stem borer, the larva makes tunnels inside the trunk. Okay, due to the damage to the vascular bundles, the yellowing and wilting of the leaves will be occur. Then later the exit holes will be seen on the trunk, and also from the exit holes the sawdust like frost material will be come out from these exit holes. These are the characteristic symptoms. So first yellowing and wilting of the leaves and presence of exit holes and presence of frost material from the exit holes. These are the symptoms. And also these ridges develop on the surface of the stem. Ridges means like elevated areas will be formed on the plant. If you can see, these are the infested by the stem borer. Here, these elevated areas, it is called as a ridges develop on the surface of the stem. This is very peculiar character in case of white stem borer attack in the coffee. And also these the larva feeding tunnels will be seen when we split open the stem. For this management of the pest, it is a very severe pest in the coffee. So integrated pest management should be followed from the management cultural practices to chemical practices. So first thing is the destroying of the affected plants. By seeing after observing these ridges on the plants, so these plants should be destroyed first. Okay, this is during monitoring we should observe for the any ridges appearing on the plants or not. We have to carefully observe, so the infested plant will be destroyed. To maintain the optimal shade on the estates on this estate, build up good shade as the adult prefer the coffee exposed to sunlight for egg laying. Okay, means it means the shade regulation is very much important in case of white stem borer management, because the adult prefers the sunlight exposed areas for the egg laying, so shade should be regulated to prevent the egg laying by the adults. The scrubbing of the loose bark in any plantation crops or any fruit crops. For management of any stem borers, we should remove the loose bark, because loose bark is it is a source for the egg laying site or hibernating stages. So every time any plantation crops, any fruit crops, any loose bark is there, we should periodically remove the loose bark to prevent the egg laying or to eliminate the hibernating stages of the pest. This is important. This scrubbing will be done by using with the traditional method, like using a coconut coir or coconut husk, and also deep scrubbing with the sharp. This should not be done, because during scrubbing we should use, if you use this coconut husk, it is easy to open. But scrubbing with the sharp implement, it will hurt the plant, which favors the egg laying by the adults. One more important pest is coffee red borer. It is scientific name is Jujera coffee. The attack plant shows the symptom of pinkish excreta emerging out of the holes. Okay, means when they are infested, they make the circular holes on the stem, but they excrete the pink, means they exclude the pinkish excreta from the holes. This is the characteristic symptom of the coffee red borer. The affected branch wither and dieback symptom, because when they are feeding in the inside the branches, the above part of the branch will be died due to the lack of circulation of the water and nutrients. So this wither and dieback symptoms will be common in the coffee red borer. One more important pest is coffee berry borer. The scientific name of this pest is Hypothenemus humpy. The characteristic symptom is they feed on they enter from the navel region. It is coffee belly. It is upper side. It is called as a navel region. From there, it will enter and causes the holes on the navel region. It is the very peculiar symptom produced by the coffee belly. Here we can see the pinhole at the tip of the berries. See whether it is one fruit may harbor more than 2 larvas also. So this peculiar symptom is due to the coffee berry borer.
आपल्याला घेतली असती.
Coming to the management of coffee berry borer, it is removal of the excess shade. Means here also shade regulation is very much playing major role. And also remove the lantana plant from the field. It is lantana act as an alternate host for the give shelter for the coffee berry borer. So removing of the lantana plant from the field, it is very much important. And also pick out all the mature berries at a time of harvesting without leaving berries on the plant, because the remaining berries will act as a carrier for the means it will helpful for the surviving of the coffee berry borer. And also, hello. And periodical collection of fallen berries is also very much important for controlling of this berry borer. The biocontrol agents like Prarops nasutum, Cephalonomias stephanodyrix, and Bavaria bacia. Bavaria bacia is a white muscadine fungi. It is very much effective against the coffee berry borer. Okay, it is for small discussion. Can anybody tell this ridges on the surface of the coffee stem due to the
White stem borer.
white stem borer? Okay, now due to coffee red borer, which symptoms we can see?
Pinkish excreta.
Pinkish excreta. Then coffee berry borer characteristic symptom?
Pinholes.
Pinholes at the navel region, especially the navel region is the characteristic symptom. Okay. Then common name of the Xylotrichus quadrips. Whites. Okay, very good. Can I move to Pest of spices and condiments?
काही दिवसात ओळखीचे झाले की
These are the main important spices are cardamom and pepper in our India. Cardamom infested by several pests like thrips, which is Cetothrips cardamom, and cardamom aphid, Pentalonia nigronervosa. It is also called banana aphid, and shoot and capsule borer, Conogathis punctiferalis, and or Conogathis sahyadrensis. Hairy caterpillars like Infestation cardamom and white flies Dilarodes cardamom. See, coming to the thrips, thrips having the lacerating, rasping and lacerating mouth parts. So, due to their lacerating action, these cork encrustation parts will be formed. Due to this, the malformed and shriveled condition will be there. Okay. Due to the infestation of, can I continue or not? Anybody is there? Due to thrips infestation, let me go through. Okay. Due to thrips infestation, there is a corky encrustation on parts and malformation and shriveled condition of the these cardamom parts. These cardamom parts having the commercial value, so infestation of thrips is it causes severe economic loss to the farmers. And due to this corky encrustation, the fine aroma from the cardamom will be lost and poor development of the seed inside the farm. One more important pest is Cardamom aphid, Pentalonia nigronervosa. It is a vector for Cardamom mosaic or cutted disease of cardamom. It is also called banana aphid, which is also transmit the banana bunchita. The management of this removal of the colocasia and other hosts from the cardamom plantations, and remove the partly dried and decayed pseudostems which harbor the colonies of the aphids. Okay, and we have to remove the partially dried or decayed pseudostems so that the aphid infestation will be reduced. And coming to the another important pest, shoot and capsule borer, Conogathis punctiviralis. The egg-laying site will be on the tender part of the plant, and pupa in the larval tunnel. These are the characteristic symptoms produced by the capsule and shoot and capsule borer. Here, dead heart symptoms. They feed inside the pod as well as in the pseudostem, so they produce the dead heart symptom and oozing of the frost material at the tip, at the point of the tunnel. It is here we can see here. This is the frost from the tunnel. Another important another important pest is pollu beetle, which attack the pepper. The pollu beetle scientific name is Langitarsus nigripennis. This is the main major pest of pepper. The egg-laying site will be on the growing bud, leaf, petiole, or terminal buds of tender berries. Okay. The pupation site in the side. Damage caused by the bovine adult. The major symptoms by this pest is hollow berries and is when they are feeding inside the berries, they feed inner content so that the hollowness will be produced in the hollowness will be formed in the berries. So when we press, they easily crumble, so that it is called as a pull. These are the characteristic symptoms. These infested berries will be turned black in the later stages. The marginal leaf gall thrips, Leothrips carnei. They produce the marginal folded galls. Here we can see these four marginal means in the at the edge they produce the galls. So that's why it called as a marginal leaf gall thrips. The scientific name is Leothrips carnei. The another topic is, can I continue? Anybody is there?
Sir, if possible, continue, sir.
Okay. Whether students are interested or not, I'm not getting response from students. Around only 8 participants were there. Whether they are interested or not, I want to. Shall I continue now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Please continue.
Okay. Pest management in protected cultivation. What is protected cultivation means? Here the crops grown in the any greenhouse or any protected structures, call it as a protected cultivation. Here we grow high value crops in the protected cultivation so that they can be produced in the off season also for getting higher price. There we can control the temperature, humidity, light, etc. other factors, so that for achieving the higher yield. Here in greenhouses, the warm, humid conditions, so it is very much favorable for the buildup of the pest. Once they enter into the protected structure like greenhouses, there the crop is very prone to be attacked by the high incidence of the pest. So, and also in protected cultivation, there is absence of natural enemies. In natural environment, there is availability of natural enemies against the pest. But in case of protected cultivation, if pest introduced from the outside, but they are mostly they are lack of natural enemies inside the greenhouse condition. So this is also one of the important aspect in the protected cultivation. In protected cultivation, majorly like sucking pest, aphids, Apis gossipi, there are different species of aphids and leaf miner, whitefly, thrips, mite species. They are majorly causing severe losses in greenhouse condition in different crops. Okay, the integrated pest management. in the protected cultivation. In protected cultivation, we cannot go for chemical spray directly. Okay, because it is we are growing high value crops. So if we go for direct spray, the chemical residue will be more that fetches the low price in the market for the high value crops. So the integrated approach will be very much suitable for in the protected cultivation. It includes the preventive measures and monitoring and curative measures. Preventive measures, we are whether by means of any mechanical or physical means, we are preventing the entering of the pest into the greenhouse. Okay. Then in scouting and or monitoring, we are periodically monitoring the crop for any the early detection for the pest. And in curative measures, so after any detection of the pest, for curative measures like for controlling methods, which method we should follow, that is in part of curative measures. In case of preventive measures, in exclusion, use of physical barriers means these are the any type of material that that act as a barrier for the entering of the pest insect pest. So like use of insect proof nets, any like mosquito net or like and also provision of double door. Here in any greenhouse conditions, we are having the when entering before entering into the greenhouse, we are having the two steps doors. It means after entering into the first section of the greenhouse, there the pest will be washed out by the flow of air. That is called provision of double door, and use of reflective mulches. This is very much helpful for the management of those pests having the pupation habit in the soil. These and also these reflective mulches also deter the these pest species, and they alter the behavioral habit of the pest. And ultraviolet radiation absorbing sheets. As insects having the visible range of UV light to is around up to visible range around up to 700 nanometer, though they are able to recognize the UV radiation for their attracting towards to the host plant. So if we use the UV attractant absorbing sheets, so they are unable to detect the ultraviolet from the spectrum. So the behavior of the pest will be changed. So they are not able to identify the host. Coming to the sanitation and cultural practices, like a pre-season cleaning. Before growing any crop in the greenhouse, we should properly clean and sanitize the this greenhouse structure, because the hibernating stages or stages of the previous pest will be hiding in the greenhouse, so that the pre-season cleanup will be very much important in case of greenhouse condition. And inspection upon arrival. Okay, any plant material we are taking into the greenhouse from the outside, we should inspect. Visual inspection is very much essential to detect the early with infested plant material. When we identify the infested plant material, we should immediately discard the plant material, so that the further perpetuation will be avoided. And balanced use of fertilizers. Here, balanced recommended use of fertilizers is very much essential, and avoid using of excess use of nitrogen fertilizers, which increases the succulency of the plant. And pinching and pruning. During monitoring itself, if we pinching and pruning avoid the egg laying sites for the pest. And growing of trap crops or indicator crops. These trap crops or indicator plants provide the they attract the pest more compared to the crop plants. So these when we monitor the crop or indicator crop, then we come to know the infestation status of the pest. And plant quarantine. And plant quarantine, it is when we are introducing into the greenhouse, we should well thorough with the visual inspection. And scouting and early detection. Here monitoring of the pest. For visual exam after during growing period, visual examining of the certain quantity of the plants, so that the infestation will be identified. In coming to curative measures, in greenhouse conditions, biocontrol agents are very much effective because in greenhouse conditions we use generally less amount of pesticide. So there is this is very much helpful for the biocontrol agents growth and the reproduction, multiplication. So these play a major role in the pest management in the protected cultivation. Like for against mite species, mite species, predator mites, Phytocillus persimilis, Neoscelis, and against whitefly, Verticillium lecani, Bavaria bassina. These are entomophagian fungi, and these Encarsia formosa. For aphids, Aphidius colimani. These are the biocontrol agents against these pests. So for against caterpillar, Trichogramma species also we will recommend. BT like Bacillus thuringiensis and SL NPV or HNP for Helicoverpa, SL NPV for Spodoptera litter. And lastly, this chemical control will is less recommended in case of greenhouse condition. But when the pest reaches to ETL level, certain chemicals recommended for the control of the different pests. Coming to the pest of mushroom, the pest of mushroom includes the several cereid flies, or also called as mushroom flies. This scientific name of this Lycoriella ingenua. This larva makes tunnels in the mushroom. In the mushroom cultivation, it is a major problem is with the cereid flies or mushroom flies. It causes the larval tunnel in the inside the mushroom. Okay. For this control of these flies, proper maintaining of the relative humidity in the growth structures, and treatment of empty room with the 2% of formalin for sterilization, and spray of 150 ppm bleaching powder for controlling of the other bacterial diseases, and use of light traps for monitoring and control of fungal gnats. And other pests which attack the mushrooms are springtails, belongs to Columbola and mite species, and other nematode species, which are in minor importance. This is our last small discussion. The Cardamom Mosaic or cutted disease of cardamom transmitted by which insect, which pest? Can anybody answer this?
Aphid, sir.
Aphid species? Species, scientific name? Scientific name of aphid?
Polubital.
Which one?
Polubital.
No, scientific name of the aphid which transmit the Cardamom Mosaic or cutted disease.
Pentalonia nigronervosa.
Pentalonia nigronervosa, which is also transmit which disease in banana? Pentalonia nigronervosa.
Bunchitop, sir.
Banana bunchitop. Okay, good. Then common name of Langitarsus nigripennis is
Polubital.
Polubital. Then corky encrustation on the cardamom parts is due to the
Thrips.
thrips. Okay. Then marginal folded galls formed in the pepper due to the infestation by Marginal folded leaves. I have shown one picture. You can guess, no problem. Marginal folded galls.
Thrips, sir. Thrips.
Thrips. Good. Okay, this is about today's presentations. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Ama. Hello, ma'am. I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity. My presentation is over, sir. If any doubts from the student side, we can discuss.
Yes, student wants to ask something. Vaishnavi? Hello.
No, sir. But sir, please share your PPT.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir will be sharing the PPT. No doubt about it. Okay.
Okay, I will share material whatever I have. Other than that, in regarding presentation.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Regarding presentation or examination, anything?
No doubt, sir. Sir, can you share PPTs on our group?
I will share I will share with sir. Sir will share with you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
On behalf of PGI MPKV Rahuri, sir, I extremely thankful to you. It was indeed a great informative session, and which upgrade our knowledge. And you told us very much important facts that will help us in our examination. And again, sir, very thankful to you. And the participant which are participated in the session is also. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Welcome.
On behalf of us, sir, our program is, our session is ended, sir. Please. Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.